I bought that coop there, Ben Blocks downtown. Paid $1 down on it and $1 a month. Cost $4.95. I look pretty good in it.
You do. That's a sharp picture. Look at you. You're a Dapper Dan man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a good-looking couple.
That's a good-looking couple
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Jay and Vivian were teenagers in Chattanooga who met shortly before Jay was shipped off to the South Pacific during World War II. Happily married for 7 decades, Jay was in it from day one.
I'd walked all the way from Highland Park and Bailey Avenue. You know where it is.
Yeah, of course.
You know where Unum's parking lot downtown, 19 East 4th Street?
Yep.
I'd walk down there, and then her'd walk to Warner Park. She would skate. Then we'd walk all the way to 19 East 4th Street, and then I'd walk all the way back to Highland Park.
It's a long walk.
A fella told me one time, he said, "You realize, hell, that's almost 10 miles." I said, "Didn't seem far to me. We got to hold hands all the way there and back."
Jay made it back from the war, and the two raised a family here in Chattanooga. There are countless stories that he loves to tell about their time together. But in 2014, Vivian fell sick and passed away.
But she's still with us. Everything that ever happened to me, she made it happen. Whatever I am today, she made it happen. She had so much confidence in me.
Since that day 6 years ago, each and every morning, Jay packs up his lawn chair, a couple of freshly cut flowers, and visits Vivian at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. The grass in front of her headstone worn out due to the hours spent there by Jay. This day is their 76th wedding anniversary. Jay explains that the two were essentially homeless and uneducated when they met, and even after marriage, the two struggled to make ends meet. But it was their love for one another that kept them going.
We lived in a one-room apartment over on North Market Street. We shared the bathroom and the kitchen with another couple. We didn't have no furniture, but we had one note. We were together.
Eventually, times got a little easier financially. Jay landed a good job, Vivian raised the children. And for some, when things get easier in life, it's easier to forget your past and even where you might be headed. Well, Vivian had something to say to Jay about that.
I thought I knew something, you know. Said I a lot of times. She handed me a little piece of paper. She told me, said, "I want you to read this word, and if there's an I in it, I'll change it." The word was we. I said, "Now I don't want to hear that word I anymore. It's we."
So Jay will continue to visit Vivian every day, to talk with her, to sing to her.
Out of heaven's gate, oh Vivian, I can feel your prayers watching over me.
To thank her for all the years that made them we.
I know we'll spend together in eternity. I bless the day I found you.
So he'll once again be there in just a couple of hours. And real quick, I know we don't have a lot of time, but what we found out during that interview, when I'm sitting on the ground, he said, so he was homeless when he was a child, and a family took him in and said, "Listen, as long as you live by our rules, you can be part of our family." We talked back and forth. Turns out, Lori, it was my family that took him in the 1930s and 1940s. So he's really kind of like a family member.
Yeah.
So it was great to tell that story. Just love, dedication, and patience and kindness.
Yeah, that is incredible. What a great example of love and
Yeah.
marriage and respect. So,
Yeah.
so happy you were able to share that story and reconnect with
Yeah.
sort of a long lost family
Yeah.
member. John, that's awesome.